heart of Lagos, amidst the ceaseless rhythm of traffic and the vibrant tapestry of markets, lived Yemi, a young woman whose aspirations stretched far beyond the city's bustling streets. Raised in a modest household, she was no stranger to the challenges that life presented. Yet, her spirit remained unbroken, fueled by dreams of a brighter future and the desire to uplift her family from the grips of poverty. Yemi's days were filled with hard work, assisting her mother in selling goods at the local market and taking on various odd jobs to contribute to the household income. Despite her efforts, the financial strain was ever present, and opportunities for advancement seemed elusive. The stories she heard of Nigerians finding success abroad, particularly in the United Arab Emirates, UAE, ignited a spark of hope within her. The allure of the UAE, with its towering skyscrapers and promises of lucrative employment, became a beacon for Yemi. Friends and acquaintances spoke of opportunities as domestic workers, sales attendants, and other roles that, while demanding, offered the prospect of financial stability. The idea of earning in foreign currency and sending remittances back home was enticing. Determined to change her circumstances, Yemi began exploring avenues to make her journey a reality. She attended seminars on overseas employment, saved diligently, and connected with agents who promised to facilitate her travel and job placement. The process was neither easy nor straightforward, but her resolve was unwavering. As the day of her departure approached, Yemi experienced a whirlwind of emotions. Excitement for the new chapter ahead, anxiety about the unknown, and a tinge of sadness at leaving her family behind. Her mother, though apprehensive, supported her decision, understanding the potential benefits that lay ahead. With her belongings packed and her heart full of hope, Yemi boarded the plane to the UAE, envisioning a future where her dreams would materialize and her family's hardships would become a thing of the past. Unbeknownst to her, the path she was about to tread would test her resilience and redefine her understanding of ambition and sacrifice. In the heart of Lagos, Yemi's aspirations were fueled by tales of prosperity from abroad. Stories circulated of individuals who had ventured to the United Arab Emirates, UAE, and returned with wealth, transforming their lives and those of their families. These narratives painted the UAE as a land of opportunity, where hard work was handsomely rewarded. Yemi's interest was piqued when she encountered a woman named Christy, who claimed to be a recruitment agent for jobs in the UAE. Christy spoke of high-paying positions in hospitality and retail, assuring Yemi that she could secure employment swiftly. The prospect of financial independence and the ability to support her family made the offer irresistible. However, beneath the surface of these promises lay a darker reality. Investigations have revealed that many Nigerian women are lured to the UAE under false pretenses, only to find themselves trapped in exploitative situations. Traffickers often confiscate their passports upon arrival, leaving them vulnerable and without recourse. Yemi, unaware of these dangers, proceeded with the arrangements. She paid a substantial fee to Christy, who assured her that everything was in order. With her documents in hand and dreams in her heart, Yemi boarded a flight to the UAE, believing she was on the path to a brighter future. Upon arrival, the reality was starkly different. Yemi's passport was taken, and she was informed that she owed a significant debt for her travel and accommodation. The promised job was non-existent, and she was coerced into exploitative labor to repay the fabricated debt. Yemi's experience is not isolated. Many Nigerian women have fallen victim to similar schemes, where traffickers exploit their aspirations for a better life. These deceptive practices highlight the urgent need for increased awareness and protective measures to safeguard vulnerable individuals from such exploitation. As Yemi navigated this harrowing ordeal, her resilience and determination became her guiding light. Her story serves as a poignant reminder of the perils that can accompany the pursuit of opportunity and the importance of vigilance in the face of enticing offers. The bright lights of Dubai shimmered through the airplane window as Yemi stepped onto foreign soil for the first time. Her heart thudded with a mix of anxiety and excitement. This was it, the beginning of the life she had dreamed of. But unknown to her, the dream was already unraveling. Yemi was greeted at the airport by a stern-faced woman who introduced herself simply as Auntie. There was no warmth in her welcome, just a swift command to follow. Her passport was taken under the pretense of processing her residency papers. She was told to stay quiet and obey. Confused, but still hopeful, Yemi complied. After all, this was how international work arrangements operated, right? Days passed, then weeks. But there was no job interview. No placement in the elegant boutique she had been promised. No sign of the luxurious life Christie had described in Lagos. Instead, she was kept in a cramped apartment with 6 other young women, most of whom were from various African countries. Their faces were tired, hollow, and resigned. No one spoke much. The silence was heavy, oppressive. Then came the truth. One night a woman arrived, expensively dressed with a cold, calculating air. She laid out the rules. You owe us. You work until the debt is paid. No one leaves unless I say so. Yemi's heart sank. She realized that she had not come to the UAE for employment. She had been trafficked. The work was far from what she had imagined. Clients were brought to the apartment. Refusing was not an option. The punishments for resistance were swift and brutal. Beatings, starvation, isolation. Her dignity, dreams, and even her voice began to fade. Her phone had been confiscated. There was no way to contact home. Her passport? Long gone. Every time she looked in the mirror, she saw a version of herself she could no longer recognize. Just a broken girl caught in a world of control and commodification. And yet, she clung to one thing, the hope that somehow, someday, she would find a way out. In those long, sleepless nights, Yemi would silently recall her mother's voice and her father's stories. She thought of the streets of Lagos, of the laughter of her younger siblings. The memory of home kept her from shattering completely. She wasn't alone in this nightmare. Each woman in that apartment had her own story, her own grief. Together, they whispered to each other in the dark, dreams, regrets, fragments of hope. And in that shared pain, a silent solidarity began to form. This chapter of her life was not the fairy tale she had been promised. It was a twisted maze of exploitation and fear, but deep within her spirit, a fire still burned. A whisper. You will survive this. Yemi's harrowing experience is not an isolated incident, but part of a pervasive pattern affecting countless women from Nigeria and other African nations. Investigative reports have unveiled a disturbing network of human trafficking that exploits the hopes and dreams of vulnerable individuals, leading them into situations of coercion and abuse. In the United Arab Emirates, UAE, traffickers often lure women with promises of legitimate employment opportunities. Upon arrival, these women find themselves ensnared in a web of exploitation, their passports confiscated and their freedom stripped away. They are subjected to threats, violence, and forced into sex work, both with men, women, dogs, and even forced to eat the defecates or poos of their clients, under the guise of repaying fabricated debts. A particularly insidious tactic employed by traffickers involves the manipulation of traditional African spiritual beliefs. Victims are coerced into rituals that bind them psychologically to their captors, instilling a deep-seated fear of retribution should they attempt to escape or seek help. The situation is exacerbated by systemic issues within the UAE's legal framework. While the country has laws prohibiting all forms of trafficking, enforcement remains inconsistent. Victims often face criminalization for acts committed under duress, and there is a lack of comprehensive procedures to identify and protect those affected. Back in Nigeria, efforts have been made to combat human trafficking through agencies like the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP. However, challenges persist, including limited resources, corruption, and the deeply rooted socio-economic factors that make individuals susceptible to traffickers' deceit. Yemi's story underscores the urgent need for a coordinated international response to human trafficking. It calls for stronger legal protections, increased awareness, and support systems for victims. Only through collective action can we hope to dismantle the networks that perpetuate such exploitation and ensure that dreams of a better life do not become nightmares. Yemi's harrowing experience is not an isolated incident, but a stark reminder of the perils associated with unverified overseas employment opportunities. Her story underscores the critical importance of vigilance, thorough research, and seeking guidance from reputable sources before making life-altering decisions to work abroad. In Nigeria, the allure of better prospects abroad has made many susceptible to fraudulent recruitment schemes. Scammers often pose as legitimate agents, offering enticing job opportunities in foreign countries. These fraudulent offers typically require upfront payments for processing fees, visas, or travel expenses. Once the payment is made, the scammers disappear, leaving victims financially and emotionally devastated. To safeguard against such scams, it's essential to recognize common warning signs. Upfront payments. Legitimate employers or recruitment agencies do not demand money before offering a job. Unrealistic job offers. Be wary of job descriptions that promise exceptionally high salaries for minimal work or qualifications. Lack of verifiable information. Inability to provide company details, physical addresses, or official websites is a significant red flag. Pressure tactics. Scammers often create a sense of urgency, pressuring applicants to make quick decisions without adequate time for consideration. Steps to ensure safe overseas employment conduct. Thorough research. Investigate the legitimacy of the job offer and the recruiting agency. Look for reviews, testimonials, and any history of fraudulent activities. Verify through official channels. Contact the embassy or consulate of the destination country to confirm the authenticity of the job offer and the employer. Consult reputable agencies. Engage with recognized recruitment agencies that have a track record of successfully placing candidates in overseas positions. Seek guidance from government bodies, organizations like the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission. NIDCOM provide resources and support for Nigerians seeking opportunities abroad. Educate yourself. Stay informed about common scams and tactics used by fraudsters. Awareness is a powerful tool in prevention. The role of community and government. Combating employment fraud requires a collective effort. Community awareness programs, stricter regulations for recruitment agencies, and swift legal actions against perpetrators are crucial. Government agencies must collaborate with international bodies to monitor and regulate overseas employment offers, ensuring the safety and well-being of citizens. Yemi's ordeal serves as a poignant lesson on the importance of due diligence when exploring overseas employment. While the promise of a better life is alluring, it's imperative to approach such opportunities with caution, armed with knowledge and support from trusted sources. By fostering a culture of awareness and vigilance, we can protect individuals from falling prey to exploitation and ensure that the pursuit of dreams does not lead to nightmares. And thanks for taking out your time, patience, and resources to visit my channel. I appreciate you all. Please like, subscribe, and comment. God replenish your pockets. Keep winning. All of us here at Mysterious and Mystical Vibe says gracias. Udu.